Hello, we're back. We're going to have probably one or maybe two shorter segments, but I would like to welcome my next guest, Leti Pingitore, correct?
That's correct.
I did it.
You did a great job.
Well, thank you so much, and welcome to the Keeping It Real estate show. And you have an interesting background. You are with Keller Williams.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
How long have you been in real estate?
Well, I've had my broker's license since '06. I joined Keller Williams last year. And I've been a licensed California attorney for almost 24 years.
Oh my God, you're an attorney too?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
And so I always tell people, I guess you could say my brand or whatever is, I've been negotiating for many years. And I got the highest grade in contracts, too, in law school, so I'm very proud of that.
So
many years ago.
Is it real estate law that you have?
I have a variety of different types of laws that I was doing. But right now, I'm focusing on the real estate sales, Keller Williams. And then also I do voiceovers.
Okay, all right. It's kind of an interesting, because I'm a voiceover artist too.
Oh, okay.
But not for real estate, just for commercials and things like that. It's kind of an interest. How did you get into voiceover work?
It's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it brief. I have a very strong creative bent that I would always kind of push aside because I have a very strong analytical side, which is where the law and the real estate comes in.
I know the type. Are you a Libra by any chance?
No, I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Because Rick, our publisher, is also creative, and he's also an attorney.
Oh,
so
wow.
He's a Libra. Yeah.
That's neat.
It's very rare to meet someone that's equal on both sides. It's me, I'm just all creative.
Well, it's funny you say that because I have a very good friend who's an attorney, and I actually met her when we were taking our real estate, we're going to get ready for our real estate exam, and she's an attorney and an accomplished pianist. So,
wow.
And I was like, because I really want to learn the piano and just never let myself. But so it's like, I admire anybody that can use both sides of their brains.
Too. I'm one side only. I'm like art.
But
math,
that's great,
math.
though,
Well, I don't know. So, wasn't great for my SAT scores, but anyway.
So it was just one of those, voiceovers was just one of those things that kind of, I went to a class, it was a 2-hour class many years ago here in Fresno. I'm from Southern California originally.
Okay.
But I was working in Fresno with the law firm I was working with at the time. And they had this, it was through Such a Voice, they had, it was called You're on the Air or something, and she recorded us, everybody that was in the class. And I was really impressed with that. She went out of her way to record everybody like doing a line or whatever. And then she gave us our feedback, her feedback. And I already had like an inkling for it, and then to hear her say all that, it was like, so anyway, it took a few years. I finally went through the training through Such a Voice, and I got my professionally produced demos, and I'm just real excited because it all ties in. It could tie in with law because on-hold messaging or like instructional videos, and then of course with real estate, virtual tours, all that. It all can tie in.
And we were just talking about that.
Yes, voiceovers are all over the place, and then if it's with your permission, I did bring in a demo that's like a virtual tour type demo that I did. So
let's rock it, man. Let's rock it. Let's go.
Located in a quiet, walkable neighborhood, this 19th century colonial is a gem. The immaculate front yard with a winding stone path leads to the wraparound porch. Through the front door, you enter the great room, full of natural light with deep mahogany floors and original molding, creating a classic yet lively environment.
Very nice. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Now, who actually did your tape? I'm just wondering if we know similar people in that world.
It was through Such a Voice with actually produced it, but it was recorded down in Glendale.
Okay. So how long ago was the class here in Fresno? Because
this was many years ago.
Wow.
I'm talking over 5.
Because the only voiceover classes I've taken are in LA.
But these are not like full-fledged voiceover. It was just like a 2-hour like seminar thing to see if people are interested.
Okay.
I took my training, it was all done online through Skype.
Wow.
These are incredible, accomplished voiceover artists that I'm sure you've heard many different times on different projects or whatever, and it's through Such a Voice.
Okay. Excellent. And then how much work are you with different agencies, and they call you in to do the tours for the shows or for the homes?
Yeah, it's pretty much what I'm trying to focus on is, like something like that, anything to do with real estate or law, since obviously that's my background. And then also what I have a big passion for, and I'm so glad when I heard your show earlier, your guest, the veterans are huge in my heart. And veterans, I mean, veterans and animals, they're like, I mean, I love people and everything else, but don't get me wrong, but those are like just closest to my heart. And
Yeah, me too.
I have a history of donating generously. So, so when you were saying that about the Wounded Warrior Project, that really just touched my heart. And but anyway, oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, I'm going down that track with you because I'm also a huge animal lover, and we are just not doing enough for our veterans, and it's a travesty in this country. It's an absolute travesty how they have been ignored. And anyway, I don't want to get into a political discussion. That's a different show for a different time.
Exactly.
But bless you for caring. Wish more people did care. I know a lot of people care, but it's like, what can I do? What do I do?
Right.
So do you have any, I mean, do you just give online to Wounded Warriors? Are there other avenues that you give?
That way, or, like they always send me things in the mail, and then also to, also to just push, like I work with a lender that does, of course, a lot of VA loans.
Oh,
so,
good,
of course,
good,
catering,
good.
trying to get as many veterans into houses, and it's just a feel-good type of thing.
Yeah, it is.
And anyway, and I just, the way I look at it, and this is totally honest, coming from the heart, the more money I make, the more I can donate,
Isn't that
I mean,
nice?
that's just the way it is.
That's so sweet.
That's my, I'm an Aries, and we tend to be very generous by nature, but I mean, that's not just because of that, but I'm just saying, that's just the way I am, so, and.
I think that's lovely. I totally agree. I give what I can to no-kill animal shelters, and I don't want to walk down another slippery slope, but for anti-big game hunting and things like that, I'm really against that. But
Yeah.
again, we're going down the political track again. So let's get back into real estate. And I'm kind of ADD, so I'll just go off in any direction that you take me.
I am too. I can bounce. And as a matter of fact, when you were saying that about the animals and everything, one of the voiceover things that I want to do is like public service announcements or commercials to get money, like for ASPCA or whatever. And I have done. That's one of my demos in there. I mean, it's just, there's so many, I mean, I would say anything to do with veterans, animals, of course, real estate and law, and I love the on-hold messaging, the IVRs and all that.
The what?
On-hold, like when you go, press 1 and press 2.
Oh my God, you
and,
mean phone menus?
No, I love to do them. Because,
I see.
and
I see,
I've
I
heard
see. I
people
hate
say to
phone
me,
menus.
no, I don't like listening to them, but I'm saying some of them, the voices I get, I'm like, I can imagine people hanging up right after,
No, I hang up just because it's a phone menu. I want to kill the person that invented phone menus. Okay, that's just that's a sidebar, but that's another story.
But at least don't you want to listen to somebody that doesn't annoy you if they have like a really
I just want to
annoying
get through
voice?
to customer service. That's a real
That's definitely
live
another
person.
issue.
Just I hit 000. Eventually it says, "We're having trouble understanding you. Let me get you to customer service." What a concept! Yes, that's exactly what I want. Thank
Sometimes
you.
it'll hang you up though, it
And
depends.
then, and then it's like, okay, just move on to a different company. Anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, so it's just different angles and just different things, and I'm just excited about it.
So where, now you're in Visalia,
Yes.
correct? Do you just do the homes there in Visalia?
No, since I'm with Keller Williams and it's a nationwide network of agents, so I can, if you had a friend in, let's say, Kansas or wherever, or Bay Area, and they needed a good agent, I can find the best agent for them over there.
And you get a piece of the pie?
Yeah, like a referral fee or something like that, or I cover Fresno, myself personally, Fresno, Tulare County, Kings, outlying areas. I even have, since I'm from Southern California, I have a lot of contacts down there.
Oh, that's good.
I grew up there, went to school there and all that, went to law school down there, so.
Oh, which school did you go to?
Loyola.
Okay. So, I ask this of all my real estate agents because it's a natural curiosity. Do you watch any of the Bravo real estate shows, like we were talking about Madison Hildebrand and the $1 million listing? They have one for New York and they have one for San Francisco.
I watch some here and there.
It doesn't,
but-
you don't like it, or you don't?
No,
it
I
doesn't
mean,
turn
it's
you
just
on?
a matter, I don't know, just a matter of time or just a matter of, I don't know. It's hard to say. I know I see a lot of the Property Brothers and all of those type of things, and that's always playing at our office.
Oh,
So
right,
You
okay.
walk by and you see it.
Okay, so what do you do in your spare time then, when you're not helping the wounded warriors and animals and selling homes? I mean, that doesn't leave a lot of time.
Well, and the voiceover stuff, just pursuing that. But I love music and dancing and just socializing and supporting people. I'm big on if somebody's watching the show and they're not looking for a realtor, but they're maybe thinking about getting into real estate, give me a call, because I love to be a mentor. And the same with law, same with voiceover work. I mean, and I love Such a Voice. I don't get anything for talking about Such a Voice. I just love it so much because I'm passionate about what they've done for me and all the support. Angela and Nick and Lisa Foster is the one that actually had that 1 2-hour class many years ago. So I don't know if any of them are watching, but it doesn't matter. It's just really important to get the message out there.
And I've been doing this for a long time. I've never heard of it. Is it like a franchise that they do internet teaching?
Well, they're located in Vermont.
Okay.
But because now with the technology, I mean, obviously we can't all fly to Vermont, and they can't always have everybody. I mean, for them to have the coaches, the best access is through Skype, and so we would actually learn that way.
That's a great thing to do. I wish they would do that from LA instead of me going down to LA. Just do a Skype session. I mean, how different could it be? It's all right there.
And it's funny you say that, because I had years ago looked into one down in Southern California when I was still living there, and then when I moved here and I saw that 2-hour thing and met Lisa, and she had good things to say about my voice, and then I looked into the program and I'm like, this is where I need to be.
No, you have a very nice voice.
Thank
you have a very nice voice. We have totally different voices.
See, that's what's nice.
It is nice.
Everybody. I mean, there was one woman that Lisa had talked about. She started this career in her 80s, and she is very successful in New York, which is hard to break into.
Oh my God.
So
it's hard to break into anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like we got to follow our passion and follow your heart and just go for it.
Did you hear what I said about if you're in a job that you hate, get out
Yes.
because you're killing yourself?
Yes.
And I'm so much happier now. I've got all this freedom. I don't have a lot of money right now. I don't care because I'm happy.
Right.
I'm
exactly.
really, really
and
happy.
I totally agree with you.
Well,
that's
thank
wonderful.
you. I think we're kindred spirits. I think we should get that.
Oh my God! And I use that word all the time. And I always use namaste, and then I always use love and light, and because it's important. It's like what you said about the universe.
Absolutely.
It's so true.
It's so critically important, and I tell people my philosophy, and they say, well, you just live in your fantasy world. I'll live in mine. I'll say, great. You created your fantasy of misery. You just stay there if you want to. I'm going to go create something great for myself over here. Okay?
Exactly.
Tried to help you. When the student's ready, the teacher appears, right?
That's right.
That's another good one.
That's exactly
when the
right.
student's ready, the teacher appears.
Because otherwise you don't see the person.
No, you don't see.
No.
And some people don't want to see.
Right.
Some people love to be miserable.
Yeah.
They really do. And I admit, I used to be one of them because I didn't know any other way. I thought that was just the way I was going to be, but it's a choice.
And you're right, because I have a friend, she's actually we went to grammar school together, but every time I see her, I love her, but it's like she's just, everything is so negative, and I'm like, how about looking at the fact that I came to visit you?
Yeah,
I come over and take you out to dinner. Instead she's looking at, they don't have the right thing on the menu, or, and I want to help her, but I can't.
No, and you can't. You cannot change anybody else. This is what I've learned through trial and error. But I would invite you back when you have homes. We can you can show homes that you're representing. Bring other voice over. Bring your whole demo. I'll bring mine. We'll compare notes.
Oh wow!
Well, we'll do that.
That'd be wonderful.
But I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk about next week's show. But I thank you so much, Letty, for coming on the show.
Oh, you're so
I would
welcome.
shake your hand, but I'm getting over.
I was going to shake.
So I'll just do an air shake like this.
Okay.
So will you come back?
Oh yes, definitely.
Excellent.
Definitely.
We'll be back in a minute. Thank you, Letty, for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I'll come back and wrap up in a minute.